The recipe today is another weird and wonderful one, and it's to do with the fact that at the moment there is a shortage of flour. So I'm going to try and make some fairy cakes, but instead of using flour, it's going to use Rice Krispies ground up into a flour. Now, because I've never tried this recipe before, I'm only going to try a small amount. So I've got 50 grams of soft margarine. I've got 1 egg. I'm just going to crack in there. It's going to be an all-in-one cake. I'm going to add in half a teaspoon of baking powder because, to my thinking, Rice Krispies don't have any raisin agent in them. So how are the cakes going to cook? How are they going to rise otherwise? And then I'm going to add sugar. Now I've reduced the sugar a fraction because my thinking is that Rice Krispies are sweet. So instead of having 50 grams, I've added 40 grams. I'm also going to add in a tiny bit of vanilla essence, probably just about a cupful. So I'm going to put that in there. And then I've got my Rice Krispies. So I need to crush them to make a flour. So I decided that the easiest way to do that is to put them into a bag. And then hopefully I'm just going to be able to crush them. But actually, they're harder to grind than you can imagine. I thought that they would just crush very simply. I think it's going to take me a little while to do this. Well, eventually I got there making my flour out of my Rice Krispies. It took me quite a long time. In hindsight, I probably would have used a food processor or a blender if one was available. But I have now done it. It feels incredibly gritty, a little bit like Demerara sugar. Okay, so the final stage then is just to make this into a bowl of cake mix, which using a mixer will take me about a minute. If I was doing it by hand, it wouldn't take me an awful lot longer with a wooden spoon. So that's a close-up of the mixture. It hasn't gone as light and fluffy as normal cake mixture. It still very much has a gritty consistency. So all I'm going to do now is to fill the paper cases. There they are in their cases. It's very much a different consistency. It's much more like a very soft, almost like a biscuit dough. So it's going to be interesting to see whether they rise or not. So I'll pop them into the oven at 180 degrees for 10 minutes and we'll see what happens. The cakes have now had 10 minutes. I'm just going to turn them around and put them back in for another couple of minutes. So they had another couple of minutes, and as you can see now that they have risen reasonably well and they're golden brown, and we'll see what the texture is like later.